Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about two tactile flashlights that I own from Olight. This is the Olight Warrior S3, and on the right here I've got the Olight Warrior X3. And if you're looking for a tactical flashlight from Olight, these are probably the most common ones that are available, and they're both quite fit for use in many different circumstances. But I'll show you the strengths and weaknesses, differences, and where these are similar as well to help you decide which is best for you. So obviously this one's a lot larger, Warrior X3, and that's because it is designed to be more of a long range flashlight. Now both of these lights actually have the same LED. As far as I know, that they have the same LED in there. Okay, having a look at the little die underneath that one, pretty sure, but because it's kind of frosted over, no one really knows out there. But yeah, anyway, so this one here has a TIR lens, TIR optic. So it's basically a polycarbonate kind of optic that focuses the light, whereas this one uses a traditional aluminium reflector, as you can see in there. So one thing that I find is that the flood on the Warrior S3, it's only quite visible when you're on medium or most likely high and above, whereas with this one here, I mean, you've really only got two modes, low and high, and the low mode has pretty decent flood because the reflector, I don't know, it just produces better flood in my opinion, just more significant flood. Now let's have a look at the Warrior S3. I just want to show you some of the features. So you got a side switch here and you got a tail switch. Light can be operated independently through both buttons. So basically with that tail switch, half press, and then you get the medium mode, full press, and you're going to get turbo, switch off. If you hold, okay, if you hold the button on, you're going to get momentary. And if you press all the way and hold, you're also going to get momentary, but on like a turbo momentary. So the light just picks up when you have the button held down and knows that you only want to use it for a certain period of time. And as soon as you release it, will switch off. I think that's a really cool feature. This button here, so like I said, you can activate the light and access a few different modes as well. So that's the first mode. So it goes low, medium, high, and then you can double press to go turbo. You can also hold to access a nice little moonlight mode as well. There's ability to access strobe. You can lock the flashlight out as well. You've got these little indicators here as well that tell you how much battery is remaining, 4 bars, and the strength of the light, so 1, which means low. So pretty cool that it has those kind of features in there. And you've got magnetic charging as well. Warrior X3 has pretty much the same tail cap design. It's just on a larger, slightly larger scale than the Warrior 3S. Okay, so the Warrior 3S does produce a significantly larger hotspot than the Warrior X3, and the reason for that is because it just has a smaller bezel. Generally speaking, smaller bezels are not very good at focusing light into smaller points. So this one here is, I mean, this one is incredible. How far it throws considering the size of the bezel. I mean, it's fairly large anyway, but easily doubling the throw and the range. So if you need to use a light, need a kind of spotlight effect on whatever you're doing, this is a really great option. This one also produces a pretty strong hotspot, 320 meters I measured, which is impressive for such a small bezel. Okay, but it's a much larger beam, and I would say a much more practical beam than this one. So this one has a very specific purpose, that's to illuminate an area far away in the distance. So yeah, it's more of a concentrated hotspot. This one also has a little vibrating alert thing. It's quite interesting. When the battery starts dying down, it will start vibrating, and it vibrates at different frequencies, letting you know what level the battery is as well. So both of these lights take the same battery. That's this proprietary 21700 cell from Olight, as you can see here, proprietary cell. And it's got this design where you've got the positive and negative terminal on the same head, 5000 milliamp hours. And they also come with a magnetic charging cable, the exact same one, in fact. So just connects on to the back. Both are able to tail stand, which is great. And you can see here the bezels as well, slightly different. You've got more of a conservative kind of bezel design here, and they've actually shaved this one down, made it smoother from the previous Warrior 3 model, whereas this one you've got 3 glass breaking beads over the head, and much more active cooling fins here as well. So this one, you're probably not going to be able to pocket it with too much comfort. This one here can function very well as an EDC and have a really long runtime as well because it contains the same battery. So anyway, I will cut through to the bean shots and you can see how both of these perform. But if you have any questions, let me know below and I'll get back to you. There's probably things that I've missed out. Finally, if this video has helped you out, do me a favor and click the like button because it helps me get my videos out to more people. And if you want to see more reviews, make sure you subscribe. Comparison video between the Warrior 3S and the Warrior X3, and I'll have the Warrior 3S on the left just in the medium mode. I'll do the same thing with the Warrior X3 to the right, and I mean just a huge difference really. Look at the size of the hotspot. The 3S, larger hotspot, small hotspot for the X3. They both have the same SFT70 as far as I know. Hard to tell with the 3S, but I believe it is SFT70. Okay, you get larger illuminated area, but just less intensity, less candela. Whereas you can see the Warrior X3 is tinting the trees out the back, even on this mode. Okay, let's go turbo. Look at that. Okay, let's compare. That's your Warrior 3S and your Warrior X3. Easily reaching the end. Warrior 3S, Warrior X3. Just making easy work of all those trees out the back there. But tell you what, the 3S is still very useful. I mean, it's producing a huge amount of light and hitting those trees right at the back as well with ease. It's just not as concentrated as you can see. So let's compare like there and there, right? That tree there. Yeah. Still illuminating it. Turbo again, let's have a look. It's really quite different. I mean, they both have high candela, but one will be more practical if you're looking to illuminate a larger area. And one's just gonna be more of a spot beam flashlight with decent spill as well.